Hey guys, thanks for checking in. Tonight we return. Shamrock Sports BeanTown boxing, banter, and bullshit. I'm here with AJ Rivera. We're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna do a complete review of New England's Future 11. That was held at in Springfield. Yeah, we're gonna thank the sponsors: Platts Landscaping, Lundgren Honda, and the Rivera's do an awful lot for Shamrock Sports, so I consider them my main sponsor. So we're happy to have you guys here tonight. Let's get it on.
Was an act of fashion.
All right, guys, we're back here. As I was just explaining, my man AJ Rivera. Like I said today, I don't have the top promoter in the land, in my eyes, right now in the game.
Go.
What's going on, man? How's things?
Same shit, different day, brother. Getting ready for the next one. On to the next one, like Bill Belichick will say.
Yep. The Valentine's Day massacre. All right, it's going to be February 10th, so that's close enough to,
Close enough.
Don't break any of these guys' hearts. They'll be too angry to fight, So we had tonight. We're gonna review these the last event, fight by fight here. I mean, there's not much to say about this one, man. The Anthony Ortiz and Christian Andrea.
Man, that kid impressed me.
Yeah.
So that kid is a product, and you could tell based on how fucking good he is and his record. He was a product of bad management. And I say that because, right, I'm gonna look at his record right here. In his third pro fight, he fought an undefeated guy. In his fourth pro fight, he fought another undefeated guy.
What's his record overall?
So he's 3 wins, 2 losses. First fight, he wins. Second fight, he fought a 1-0 guy, so an undefeated guy. He wins. So he starts off his career 2-0. But then he fights another 2-0 guy. He loses that fight by decision. And then he fought another good fighter who's 6-0. 6-round fight in his fourth pro. That's just bad management at that point, So he was on the show for a while. And then, he had kind of like reached out to my uncle and our family and whatnot. And, we gave him a shot. And I was really impressed with that kid. You don't really find 118. Usually 118-pound guys, they're fast. They throw a lot of punches. They beat the shit out of each other. But you don't find 118 guys that have knockout power like that. Like that dude was mean.
Yeah, there's so much about that fight that I saw. His coach or trainer, the guy that went in the ring and pumped him up after the round, whatever.
Dude, Christian Andre missed weight by 3 pounds.
He was about to have a heart attack.
Give him a couple $100 from my purse. I'm gonna get this win anyway. So the opponent went in there confident.
It's crazy, man. He was you could tell early that he was gonna make it through that fight, though. I could tell. He wasn't ready.
I got nervous because Christian Andre landed a nice 4-piece. I was like, oh shit! But Anthony Ortiz took it, and then I was like, okay. Then all of a sudden he started throwing, and his throws weren't doom doom doom. His were like boom 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 boom. I was like, oh okay, all right. This kid can thump.
Unreal. I don't know. I got that slow-mo on that video. I'm still working on that. So 90-minute video that night, and I'm cut down about half out of it. So I think it'll be good. It'll be out next couple of days or so. So we got, man, I got in close. I zoomed in close when the round ended. The coach, what he was talking to Christian about and everything was crazy. He's like, "Are you here? Hello, what are you doing?" Like, and then he started like really pumping him up, But he just got out there and got waxed. Too bad. He's got to get back in the gym. That's all it is. Get back to draw. Step one. Now this fight, I'm pumped. I don't think I saw Esley fight before. I know he may have fought that first one at the Palladium.
I think he might have fought that first one. Probably ended it nice and quick.
Yeah, I believe so. That fight was nasty. He dominated that entire fight. He's a strong
Yeah,
dude.
you know what though? You know what's crazy is, and it goes to show you how boxing is a game of mental, right? Ashley probably could have stopped that dude in the first or second round.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
dude at the weigh-in looked Ashley in the face and told him, "I'm gonna fuck you up." It threw Ashley completely off his game. He didn't listen. I was standing next to Kendrick and Daniel and his trainers during this fight. He didn't listen to a single thing they said. Like, they were yelling at him in the corner. They were yelling at him in the fight. He didn't listen to a single. All he had on his mind was this guy who told me he's gonna fuck me up. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. And he went in there looking for that one hard, big shot instead of being Ashley. Ashley's a very fast, slick boxer. He's a southpaw. He's good. He's in and out. He can bang. He can, he can move. He can box. And his whole game plan was off. Like, he was looking for the one big shot the whole night, which is why it never came.
Yeah. Yeah, that was impressive. I don't think I really saw the last one. I don't remember fully. Oh, you know what? That was the one fight that I missed that night of when my phone died at the first Palladium one.
Yeah. He was
But
quick. He was like, he knocked this guy out in the first round. Quick, being Ashley, fast. Boom.
Crazy. He just fought overseas too recently, didn't he?
Yeah, for a title, for a legit title, 10-round title against an undefeated guy in Denmark.
Crazy.
Imagine that. Dude's never done an 8-rounder. He just did his first 6-rounder, and then he goes and fights for a championship against an undefeated fighter in Denmark. 10-round fight.
It was good too. Who was somebody wrote up about it.
Yeah, no, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. He gave that dude hell.
I dig it. I'm looking forward to the next one, man. Oh, this is a great one. Phil Davis and Seth Baszler. Unreal. I'm telling you, I'm a big Seth Baszler fan. That's what it is, right? That's his last one.
Me too. You know why? Because what he lacks in skill sometimes, he makes up in heart. He makes up in balls. He makes up in chin. Like, that dude, man,
his chin is 99. It's like
he comes to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw him against Roland Whitley. You've also seen him. Who else has he fought? He's fought a few times on my shows, and I mean, that fight was a great fight.
Who did he fight in Webster? He fought
Oscar Bonilla.
Yep.
That was a war.
Yep. I think he just
never goes down, no matter how tired he is, and he just fights.
It's amazing. It's honestly amazing. He was getting banged around. Like, he doesn't have the power to be in some of these fights.
I don't necessarily think it's that he doesn't have the power. I think so. He has an MMA background.
Yeah.
I think he lacks boxing technique. From his stance to the way he throws the punch. Instead of throwing your right hand, boom, you gotta, boom, and I think he just lacks the technique.
He has the endurance. I know that because he's chin and endurance. And the kid, he jumps around the ring. He does have like an MMA look to him with stances.
Yeah. I remember the first time I ever brought him, he went the distance with Omar Burdoy, who's another really top tier undefeated fighter.
Yeah.
And at the end of the fight, Omar beat him easy. It wasn't as close of a fight as it was with Phil. And Seth just started throwing roundhouse kicks in the middle of the ring. Swear. Out of nowhere. I looked at him and he was just fucking throwing. He wasn't hitting Oscar, but he started throwing roundhouse kicks.
That's crazy.
I was like, whoa, this dude is nuts. This dude is nuts. But you know what? Shout out to Seth, because that became my guy. That became my dude. Like, I have a good relationship with him.
Seems like he's on every card. I mean, I
have a good relationship with him,
That's good.
I like to see him do well, and I like to see him improve.
So, and Phil just banged that night. So I've never seen him before fight either, and that was impressive. He did,
So Ashley, Phil, Andy Gonzalez, and Brian Daniels are all from Daniel, the trainer Daniel. Daniel was Ike Cortez' trainer. So all his guys, whether they're super talented or not, they all come to fight.
Andy Gonzalez was also impressive. The first time I've seen him fight, he dominated.
That was his first fight back in like 4 years.
He looked good. He looked good.
No, he's. I wish we got to see a little bit more of him, but that dude threw a fucking. I watched that fight over and over, and I'm like, holy shit! This dude tried to land an overhand from back here, like his hand was like to his fucking ankles, and he tried to come over the top.
Yeah.
And threw his whole shit out. He landed directly on the shoulder too. Like he tried to throw an overhand, missed, threw his shit out, and went straight to the floor and landed on the shoulder that he popped out.
That happened in 2 fights, right? Somebody else popped the shoulder too. Is that the first time that's ever happened in boxing history?
No. It happens a lot more than people think. Especially if, honestly, when it happens one time, it's almost like they say those soft tissue cuts. If you ever get cut in those, like above the eyebrow.
Oh yeah.
You ever get cut? It's like above the eyebrow, the bridge of the nose, sometimes under the eye. They say that if you don't get a proper like procedure done, it's gonna always open up again. It's gonna always open. So those guys who have thrown their shoulder out before, whether it was in another sport or whether it was when they were a kid playing around, it's bound to happen again.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you loosen it up, I know.
And it sucks. 2 fights that were going to be really good fights probably go the distance, ended short prematurely from 2 guys popping their shit out.
Yeah. It's weird to see. But that was Andy, right? And now we have Joey Edmonds, man. Now I've seen most of his career because he's fought primarily around.
I love that kid, man. I love that kid.
He's great.
He just keeps his head down. He's respectful. He's polite. He just grinds. Nobody has to be in the gym. When the bright lights aren't on him, he's not bothered by it. He's actually learning the game more. He's being more outspoken. Like, if you have attended any of our press conferences, he's speaking more. It's almost like poetry now. Like, he's coming out of his shell in a respectful way. Almost like, I got fast hands. I got fast feet. Come see me, But, I mean, the way I compare it is what Vasil Lomachenko is and Usyk. Usyk is basically a cruiserweight or now heavyweight Vasil. I look at it, Jermaine Ortiz and Joey Edmonds, because they come from the same trainer, from Rocky, and Hightower does not fight like a cruiserweight. Like, you look at how those cruiserweights fight, they're strong, they're powerful, they like to bang, and he's fast with his feet, fast with his hands, he's got good defense, he knows his range, he switches southpaw. A lot of people haven't even seen him switch southpaw yet.
He's gonna hurt someone. I've said that since day one. He's getting better and better. He looks like he's one of the guys.
And you know what? I like about that fight? Most guys are shorter than him. So I like that he was finally fighting somebody that was kind of like his size and height, because it gave him a different look. Like, you could tell he had to figure out, okay, how do I effectively get inside without getting possibly tagged up?
He's too fast to be that. Is he too big to be that fast? Yeah, that's what I mean. And he's got power, like max power behind every punch.
What I like is what he does very well, what a lot of people sleep on, is the tap, 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 boom, boom, or tap, tap, boom. Like, he does a lot of, like, he'll pity pat you and create an opening, and then land some boom, boom, boom.
He smiles when he gets hit.
Yeah.
Like, he
his eyes open up. His eyes open up and shit. I'm like, oh shit, Joey's
that's
going
what
for
happened.
The kill.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He goes into turbo mode, man. I love it. It's like he's finished.
It's almost like he took some shit.
Yeah. He's a great dude too. One of the nicest dudes there.
Yeah, I just love you gotta love those guys who, everyone looks, they compare when they compare guys to who they see on TV. And you got to once remember, these guys were once 4-round fighters, 6-round fighters, 8-round fighters. How do they get to that level is the stuff you don't see. I see it because I have a relationship with him. I know Joey's in the gym no matter who's in the gym. It don't matter if his manager Nate's there. It don't matter if his Rocky's there. And that's what's gonna take him far. He's not taking days off in the gym. You see how big he is? He's not a heavyweight. He's a cruiserweight. That alone tells you about his discipline. What did he weigh in? What did he weigh in his last fight? 198?
I don't remember what.
It was 198. It was 198. That's crazy. He was underweight.
He loves it. He absolutely loves it. This next dude, I'm telling you, he's main event where he's going to be a star. Anuel Rosa is awesome. Like, I will not miss a fight that kid has. I'll tell you. He's angry, but he fights angry. He fights. I think he maybe could box a little bit more than, hell blows, but he
was such a dominating amateur in this region. I can't get anybody local to fight him because of how traumatized people are by him from what he did in the amateurs. From what he did to people in the amateurs, I can't get anybody locally to fight that kid. And then, mind you, coming off of a 3.5, almost 4-year layoff, he fights for me again, right? He had gained a lot of weight, so he fights a guy at 155. You saw that fight in Webster.
Yep.
He went all the distance, but it was a war. But that's a guy that's like 5 weight classes above him.
Yeah.
And then the following fight in Springfield was 145. So then he drops down a weight class. And that fight also was a war. He just boom. And then when he actually weighed in at 142. He's going back down to 135, but it's like slow. He wants to do it slow as he's getting. But you could tell in this fight, his ring rust was off. Like the ring rust was off. He was sharper than the other 2 fights, faster, stronger, more combinations. He had more in the tank. He wasn't tired.
Yeah.
Like he was tired in those other fights. This fight, he was prepared to go 6, even though it didn't go 6. He was prepared to go 6, and he stopped the guy that doesn't get stopped.
He was noticeably faster this fight than the last fight.
Noticeably just more skilled, sharper, faster, pivoting, combos, smarter. He was more head smarter. He was. I fell in love with that performance, man. And like I said, when you stop a guy that doesn't get stopped by nobody, that guy has fought between 140 and 160. He knocked out a 154 pounder, an undefeated 154 pounder. That dude that he fought. So it's like. That dude is tough as nails, and then I got blood all over me in that fight. So there was one point where Anuel had him in the corner where I was sitting, and Anuel hit him with like a double uppercut. Like he hit him with the first one, boom, and it lifted the dude's head up, and then he came again, boom, and blood just went right over my face, all on my shirt. It was all on the table in front of me. It was crazy. But you know what? I wasn't even mad. You know what? He deserved it. Connecticut State champion. He deserved it. That was an incredible performance.
Unreal. That was probably I gotta say that's probably was fight of the night for me. The other I know. So Laurent
Humes would have been a good fight of the night too if that guy didn't pop his shoulder out, because Laurent Humes, everyone knows him as just kind of like a knockout artist. And he showed tremendous boxing skill in that fight. Like he showed he was there. Like he showed that he has that skill that people don't think that he has.
He's in great shape. He looks like he could have gone however many rounds. He looked good. I seen that dude Mason Alla. He got he upset that other guy. I forgot the other dude.
Jamar Jones.
Yeah, Jamar Jones.
Yeah, Jamar Jones was 2-0, 156 pounds.
That dude came out like a Rocky theme, man. Like, he came out like I thought. I was like, yeah, this is over already. You can tell, like, and then Mason Holler came back and knocked him out. That was, I think he is a tough dude.
You know what's crazy is he wanted to keep fighting. His corner had to throw it in because they were like, dude, this dude is, your nose is bro. Like, this dude is fucking you up. Like, you have to stop. And he's like, no, like, you want to keep going.
It's a good mentality, but you don't want to get hurt. You know what I mean? Too bad. And he was getting banged around, so it is what it is. Ah, the last one, man. So, we're on the bootleg Zoom this week. So we're gonna cut away for a commercial, and then we'll stop back up again.
All right.
So I'm gonna end this, and then I'll send the other one. So
Sounds good.
we'll be right back, guys.